left. Sweeney hit well, and oh, Charlie Capsella, what a play! Here's a line drive off the center field. It's a grand slam! Going back is Shaw. He is going to get there. What a catch! And he's going to hop over the fence while doing it. What a coming home. It's Morales to throw on a double hop. It's in time. It is in time. Here's a rocket. Deep left field. Does this have a chance to go? It is gone. Go ahead, Homer. Tyler Wilkins on the first pitch. Play called for a back on the 14th, and there's number 100. Stephen Devaney with a line drive to left. He's 2 for 2. And with triple digits for number 1 as difference. And here's a ground ball shooting through the left side. And Kingsway has won the Ralph Shaw opener. Here we go. Fly ball deep left center field. And it is gone. Grand slam. Scott Lynch, grand slam. Is the man of the hour. There's a ground ball. That's going to go into center field. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be booted. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Pitman has won it in extras. Walk-off single, Jude Engstrom. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swinging on us! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic.
Well, I never thought that we'd be covering something like this from the grandstand, but it is electric. It is packed here at the Davis Field here at Pitman Middle School as we close out the regular season of South Jersey football here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting with coverage of the West Jersey Football League in the Royal Division between the Pennsville Eagles and the Pitman Panthers right here at Davis Field. I'm Dan Wilkins with my producer Vincent Folks. We're making it a little bit different this week just because if you've ever been to Davis Field, the press box in front of me, we didn't have room in the second floor, we didn't have room in the first floor, so we're making room right here in the first row of the bleachers, right on the 50-yard line. So big thanks to John Hopley for working with us. It's a bit of a weird setup if I've ever seen one, but we're making it work. Pennsville is here. They are 3-3. Pitman 2-4 with wins over Buna and also over Gateway. But what we also have to consider here is that Pitman is looking for a playoff spot. They're looking for an opportunity to get into that final 16 for South Jersey Group 1, and so is Pennsville as well. Both of these teams are well in the hunt. We've got our D2 Sports Network representative Chris Baker on the sidelines for us. You'll hear from him at halftime, but we are going to take actually we're going to stay on the air because they're going to have national anthem, coin toss, and all of the other shebang. We'll talk about the actual game once we get underway here from Pitman. Pennsville didn't get here until about 6:10, about 50 minutes ago. So we've been hanging in here, we've been having a great time, and we're going to close out the South Jersey football regular season with a bang right here. Pennsville and Pitman coming right up. We'll actually take a quick break, and we'll redirect your attention when the national anthem's ready to get underway.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Like we said, folks, we are one with the crowd tonight. There's a wonderful shot of Davis Field and the hometown faithful. It is a packed house as we get ready to close off the regular season from the grandstands. It's Pennsville and Pitman right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Center, the place to be for wholesale cabinets and kitchen countertops at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit their second in-person location today at the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar, next to the 42 on-ramp, 612 Creek Road. As we're going to get ready to get underway here from Pitman. Pennsville will send this one away to start the ball game. Number 32, Jackson Leno, will send it away. 48 minutes of football to go. 48 minutes getting ready to go right here.
For Pennsville, number 32, Jackson Leno.
Yeah, Jackson Leno right here getting ready to get it underway.
Back deep receiver Pitman, number 4,
He's
Trey
got
Higgins.
it. He's got a big leg on it. Goes deep. Taken in.
And that's number 6, Porter
Going to be Kostiak on the carry, and he's not going to get too far on that one. And Pitman's going to get started here from inside their own 20. Caden Thomas on the tackle for Pennsville. All right, here we go.
The first and 10, ball spotted at their own 25-yard line.
11:51, getting started with Kyle Kubat under center for the Panthers. He's going to roll out to the right.
Number 4, Trey Tinges
He gets
on the
taken
carry.
down. Tinges on the carry there. And that'll be second down for Pitman.
Tackle by number 79, Jaden Gavernich. Second down and 4 for Pitman. Ball spotted at their own 31-yard line.
Second and about 4 from their own 31. Kubat fakes the handoff. Gets it back up the middle. Still getting used to this new angle. We're not used to being this low down here, but that's how we're going to work it.
On the carry.
It's going to be third down for the Panthers.
Tackle by number 30, Harry Morante. Third down and 3 for Pitman. Ball spotted at their own 32-yard line.
3rd and 3 after a gain of 1 on that handoff. Pitman running 2 men to the right. Kubat's going to drop it back. He's going to rush, and that's going to be out of play. Pass went just a little wide, and that's going to be 4th down for Pitman just as quickly as the drive got started.
Fourth down and 3 for Pitman.
We'll see what they do here. Going to be a tough spot here. I mean, first drive of the ball game.
For Pitman, number 51, Ethan Lauder.
Looks like they are going to punt this one away. I was going to say, don't get too risky. Don't get too, don't try to put all your chips in the pot in your first drive of the game. Loudner on the punt, sends it away on a line drive. Goes back to the 30, picked up by Pennsville's number 1, Skylin Epps.
Number 1, Skylin
And a
Epps.
slew of black and orange take him down, including Stephen Devaney on that one. And Pennsville is going to set this one up at their own 33, looks like.
First and 10, Pennsville, ball spotted at their own 33-yard line.
So Pennsville sets up here from the 33, 1st and 10. QB Rob McDade, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. He's going to let it fly on the first play. It is caught by Malik Remmer. And on the first play of the drive, Pennsville gets themselves a huge gain to get into the red zone.
Number 3, Robert McDade's pass, complete to number 2, Malik Remmer.
And they're going to traverse almost the entire length of the field in one play.
Let's go, defense!
First and 10, Pennsville. Ball spotted at the Pitman 12-yard line.
At the 12, here comes the handoff.
Number 1, Sky Epps on the carry. Tackle number 1, Stephen
Not too
Devaney.
far. I guess that's kind of the, kick you needed to get started, because they, on the first play of the drive, McDade lets it fly, gets a pass for 60 yards, even more than that, actually. McDade's going to take it himself, finds an open spot, and it is good. Touchdown Pennsville, and they get on the board just 2.5 minutes into this ball game.
Once again, that was number 3, Robert McDade, on the touchdown run for Pennsville.
So McDade gets the big play on the first play and then drives it in just a handful of plays later to make it 6-0 in favor of the Eagles.
Jackson Lino.
So Jackson Lino, the kickoff specialist for the Eagles, will also be tasked with kicking the PAT. Lino lets it fly, and that one is deep into the parking lot. It's good. It actually got stopped by the trees back there. That one would have gone to Rowan University if he let it keep if the trees weren't there. 9:14 left in quarter number 1. Pennsville gets a quick start on just a 3-play drive. We'll be right back here on DWB.
Number 36, Jackson
Well, Pennsville
Lino.
got a quick start just 2.5 minutes in. They score on the third play of the game. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Eagles. This is going to be sent away by Jackson Lino. Oh, he slipped. It did rain earlier today. Rollins has trouble picking it up. Rollins breaks through and gets to the 40. Maybe just shy of that at the 39, and that's where Pitman's going to set up for their second offensive drive with Ayers on the tackle for the Eagles. Pennsville this year 4-3 with wins over the 0-7 Lindenwold, Gateway 23-7, Cumberland 25-12, and Overbrook 42-18. Basically, the deal is with this Pennsville team is that when they win big, but when they've lost, they haven't had a single one-score loss all season. Taken down as Tinges on that play. This feels very different being so up and close to the action, but Vince, we were talking about during the break about how Pennsville did have a very tough loss last week to Pennsgrove, one of the top teams in South Jersey Group 1, 32-3 in Pennsgrove.
46-yard line.
Pennsgrove is a very similar team. They're 4-4 this year. They've just got a different strength of opponents. Pennsville got those 3 points in the first quarter, and Pennsgrove never looked back, beating them by 29. Here comes the handoff to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges in the carry.
Tinges is going to keep going. And he's going to get across the 50, across the first down marker, and what is already second and first is going to make a real nice conversion for the Panthers. So they'll move the chains and they'll keep the clock running here, 8:45.
Do you want to go to the band side?
from the opposing 36. Hand off to number 3, Tyler Marone.
Number 3, Tyler Marone on the carry.
Doesn't get too far on that, and that'll be second down. But yeah, you were talking about how they lost by 29 last week to Pennsgrove, and you're saying that 3-play drive that got them a touchdown, maybe that's a wake-up call.
Yeah, I mean, you look at teams, a lot of times hunger drives the team. And I know first drives for a lot of times can be different than how the rest of the game plays out, but they look hungry, and we'll see how they do. Right now Pitman has a pretty good thing going here, so we'll see how it plays out.
This could be an offensive slugfest for all we know. A lot of Pennsville's games have been that way too. 42-18 over Overbrook.
Chase Rollins on the carry.
And they won 38-20 over Cumberland as well, a game that had 58 combined points.
Tackle by number 78, Daniel Solon.
Daniel Solon on the tackle for Pennsville. It's going to set up third down and about 7 for the Panthers on a gain of about 3. But, whenever we set up in the bleachers, there's always an offensive slugfest. Willingboro beat Delran on September 14th, Thursday Night Football. 57-19 was the score of that game. Wouldn't believe I saw a game with that many points, but it's incredible. Yeah, never know what's going to happen every week. Here comes the handoff to Tinges. He gets a big hit in the back from number 61, Jacob Hand. And after Pitman had the momentum, it quickly fizzles out, and it's going to be 4th and probably about 10 or 11 for the Panthers.
Fourth down and 8 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the Pennsville 34-yard line.
No sign of Loudner out there. Yeah, Kubat's back there. This is a bit surprising on 4th and 8, but we'll see if they can make it work. Pennsville almost jumped on the start. Here comes a flyer. It is deep, no good. Pitman wanted PI, couldn't get it, and that's going to be an incomplete.
Kubat's pass
Kubat intended for Kostiak. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and Pennsville, just as quickly as they scored the touchdown, only takes 1 first down and a couple of incompletions and a couple of failed runs. But Pennsville's looking really good on defense so far. They seem like they have a really robust D-line. Seems like their offensive line is protecting Robert McDade as well, because I'll tell you, some of those passes that we've seen from Robert McDade in practice, not just that, but in the pregame as well, and on the first play of the game, they would not fly if that offensive line was not just so overpowering. There's a difference between having a good D-line and having a good O-line. A lot of these guys play the same position, but Skylar Epps
on the carry.
is going to get a couple of yards out of it. It'll be 2nd down and 8. But yeah, I mean, look, a good D-line is about pressuring the quarterback. A good O-line is about protecting your QB. And if you can protect better than you can attack, sometimes you don't need a good D-line as long as you've got a great O-line. But a lot of times those come hand in hand. Because a lot of these guys, especially in the smaller schools, they play the same position. If you're an offensive lineman, you are also a defensive lineman. There's no either or. Pass is caught. Down the near sideline. Ball is loose. Tinges running after it. We'll see who's got it. And that's going to go back the other way. Trey Tinges picks it up, and Pitman takes advantage of the fumble and recovers it on their own 46. And they'll get another shot at life here midway through the first quarter.
I mean, right now you're looking at this. Pitman is not going away. It's just
1st and 10. Pitman ball spotted at the road.
It's crazy on how much their defense is showing up. And it's right now they have another chance to possibly tie this game up. So let's see what they can do. The momentum is definitely going in their way right now.
Yeah, they didn't get much in the first drive, but now Kubat and friends are going to look to advance on that in drive number 2 of the night. Kubat with a handoff to Rollins. He gets a good run. Gets it across the 50 for about 6 or 7 yards.
Tackle by number 1, Sky Epps.
And Sky Epps on the tackle for the Eagles. He gets it to the 47 on the other side.
2nd down and 4 for Pitman. Ball spot at the Pennsville 46-yard line.
Let's go, Pitman, let's go!
comes a handoff to Rollins from the backfield. Gonna push. He keeps
Chase
pushing.
Rollins on the carry.
And now he's taken down, tackled by Hunter Hiles.
Tackle by number 79, Jaden Gernowich. First and 10, Pitman, ball spotted at the Pennsville 41-yard line.
So now with 4:37 and counting. Kubat in the shotgun again with Rollins to his right. Two men on each side. Wow. How was that not called? Kubat was looking at the ref for a good 10 seconds. That was clearly offsides on the defense. They almost did it again. Kubat with a line shot pass caught by Tinges, and he gets taken out of bounds on the near sideline. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, clock will still run. So I guess that was still in bounds by the skin of his teeth.
Tackle number 30, Harry Morante.
Yeah, barely. But I'm not crazy, right? That should have been an offsides call. On 79, Jaden Gernowich, I 100% thought that was a jump. And usually those are the easiest ones to call. Handoff up the middle to Tyler.
Marone on the carry.
Marone on the carry. He's again going to get about
Tackle
neutral gain.
78, Daniel Solon.
Tinges in, Marone out for the third down. It's going to be third and short. They've converted on third and short before. We'll see if they can do it again.
Third down and 3 for Pitman.
In the I form, Kubat on 3rd and 3, going to hand off to Tinges. He slips in the grass, but breaks through. Down the near sideline, he is still on his feet and out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds by number 61, Jacob Hand.
Hand gets it out of bounds. And this drive is making sure this game doesn't get out of hand, but it's a excellent second drive so far for Pitman, and they're going to convert for another first down in their own in the opposing territory, excuse me.
First and 10, Pitman.
From the 30.
Ball spotted at the Pitman,
no.
at the Pennsville 18-yard line.
From the 18.
Number 11, Chase Rollins.
Rollins runs up the middle. Not going to get too far on that.
Tackle by number 61, Jacob Hand. .223 and counting. Gets it to the left with Tinges on the carry. But again, not going to get too far, though. It's going to be third down for the Panthers. Tackle number 61, Jacob Hand.
They're going to line up a field goal. No, excuse me. No, sorry. I saw him come out. Still first quarter jitters for the broadcast crew as well. Although,
Chase Rollins on the carry.
if they don't get it across, which they will get it across.
76, Connor.
First and goal.
Wonchik.
It's a weird angle. I'm not used to the angle. I don't know why I said field goal on third down, but don't want that to hurt my credibility. We've been scrambling around since we got here at 6 o'clock.
6-yard line.
But don't forget, that's not out of the possibility. They just have to exacerbate their options first. Less than 90 seconds left in the quarter. 7-0. Handoff to Rollins. Tries to break through.
11, Chase Rollins.
They're at the opposing 6.
Tackle by number 79, Jaden Donovich.
Now 1 minute left. Second and
Second down
goal.
goal for Pitman. Ball spotted about the 4-yard line.
Let's go!
Kubat handoff to Tinges. He's going to try to
Number
push
4,
his
Trey
way
Tinges on the carry.
across. It's going to be short. They've got about 30 seconds left.
Tackle by number 3, Robert McDade.
They'll bunch up here.
Third down and goal
12
for Pitman.
seconds left. They've got time for one more play before the end of the quarter. Facing the Pitman Middle School is in your background. And that will end the first quarter. They were not able to get a playoff in time. And after one, it'll be Pennsville 7, Pitman 0. We'll be right back after this. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we were around. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Just cut it off. Second quarter underway, or at least about to get underway. 12 minutes to go in the half. Pitman on the doorstep of a touchdown. Third and goal, handoff to Tinges. He gets knocked out of bounds from Jackson Lino. And that's going to set up a 4th and goal situation. Now, Vince, they couldn't get a playoff before the end of the quarter. That might have gotten them into the end zone, but with 4th and goal, you've got a couple yards to the end zone, maybe 5 yards to the end zone. Do you go for a field goal here?
I mean, that's the safe thing to do. The thing is, if you go for it on fourth and goal here, they get the ball, but you have them jammed against their own end zone. So it's a strange possibility. You're so close, but do you want to play it safe or not? My option right now would be to play it safe, to try to really, get on the board first,
Well, they're not going to play it safe, and that is a leveled shot and into the end zone for a Pitman touchdown. There were a couple WWE hits on the offensive line, but Kubat makes a complete pass to Kostiak, and it's going to be 7-6 on the second play of the quarter.
Number 13, Hudson Rue, will now come out to attempt the extra point.
Hudson Rue, the former Pitman soccer player turned football kicking specialist, will send this one away for the Black and Orange. It is up, away, and it is good. 7-7.
Point is good. Score now stands Pitman.
We're all tied up, 7-7.
7.
Just 12 seconds in the quarter number 2. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrived. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
And number 2.
This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Financing options are available. Just ask for Carmine. Pitman, after scoring the touchdown to tie the game with Porter Kostiak, the senior, a senior-to-senior duo, gets them on the board and gets them leveled up here in the early stages of the second quarter. Rue sends it away. It's picked up by Pennsville's number 12, and he's going to get to about the 35 with Adrian Morgan on the return carry for the visitors. Don't forget, folks, we'll be in a actual press box tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. start time for the Audubon Green Wave and the Paulsboro Red Raiders in some Saturday afternoon football to close out the regular season. If the Green Wave win, they should make it into the South Jersey Group 1 playoffs. It'll be a fun one with the Red Raiders and the Green Wave and a fierce rivalry to close out the regular season.
Sky Epps on the carry.
Sky Epps gets it up the middle for a couple of yards. It'll be second down. But remember, we're here tonight because of you, our viewers, the fans. Pennsville Pitman won the Friday fan vote on our Twitter page at DW Broadcasting, and over 60% of you voted for Pennsville and Pitman. And we had a runoff poll for Saturday between Salem and Woodbury and then Audubon versus Paulsboro. And Audubon-Paulsboro won the Saturday vote by about 60%. So we are here tonight because of you, our dear viewers. One minute gone here in the second quarter. 3rd and 5. From the 45, McDade drops a pass to the right side, to the far sideline. It is caught, though, by number 2, Malik Remmer, and that's going to be enough for a first down for Pennsville. Just seemed like they left a wide-open target there, and it ended up having the desired effect. You leave a target open, he's going to make the catch. That's exactly what they did right there. They did it to perfection.
Ball spotted at the 50-yard line.
McDade and friends right at the 50 for the Eagles. Here goes a handoff to Epps, and he's going to get taken down by Steve Devaney.
Tackle by number 1, Stephen Devaney.
They got a loss of a yard. They'll be at their own 49.
Second down and 10 for Pennsville.
McDade gets it over the middle, intended for Epps, couldn't get it. Pressure on the quarterback by Jonathan Spaeth.
Intended for number 1, Sky Epps. Ball's incomplete. 3rd down and 11 for Pennsville.
I think that was a bullet dodge right there for Pitman because he had an open slot, but it was an incomplete pass, and there's really nothing you can do, and nothing you can do about that. But Pennsville looking to advance the ball after getting stopped in their tracks by the Pitman defense. McDade drops the pass, line drive. It'll be short, intended for Malik Remmer, and that's going to be 4th down.
McDade's pass, intended for number 2, Malik Remmer. Ball's incomplete.
Good pass, good intentions, just couldn't get it done. Again, I think Pittman's glaring flaw is that they're leaving these receivers wide open.
49-yard line.
But either the pass is short or it's wide, something like that. Their luck, their good fortune, it's only going to last for so long. 9:42 left in the second quarter. Jackson Lino out to kick for the Pennsville Eagles. Here comes the boot from Lino. Taken in and immediately leveled
Number 2, Adriana Platt on the return for Pennsville.
Hold on here. I think the ball came out. Pennsville wants it to go the other way. I mean, he got dogpiled while he was on the ground, and it will stay in Pitman's possession.
I looked at it closely. There was some ball movement, but I think when he went down, he recovered it and was able to maintain hold. So Pitman will start over again.
Well, yeah, I thought that's what it was too, because it looked like he was already down when the ball came loose. So if anything, you have a late hit penalty instead of that. But you can only pick your battles, you know. Kubat handoff towards the far sideline.
Number 4, Trey
Tinges on the carry. Not going to get too far with that one, and it's going to be second down for the Panthers.
Tackle number 52, Connor Ayers.
Don't forget, folks, the South Jersey Group 1 playoffs start on Wednesday.
Second down and 8 for
We'll be covering the Audubon Green Wave boys soccer team until they get knocked out. We will see who they play on Wednesday. It was going to be Burlington City, and now it might be Gateway or Haddon Township. We're not sure yet, but it'll be 2nd and 8 here for Pennsville. That game will be 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Kubat's going to let it fly. He lets it fly deep and incomplete, intended for Hudson Rue. They wanted PI there, and Rue is down.
Kubat's pass intended for number 13, Hudson Rue.
Yeah, time's going to be called here. Hudson Rue.
Up on number 2, Malik Raymer.
He took a hard hit, and he is going to be down and attended to by the Pitman medical staff. The athletic trainer, Jennifer Smith, coming out. He is there at the 40-yard line on the other side. But Kubat, all props to him. He let it fly, and Rue had a lot of pressure on the secondary, or a lot of pressure from the secondary, and it ended up resulting in that. There is head coach Chris Thomas, there's an assistant coach out there with Jennifer Smith, and he will get up and he'll walk off on his own power. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think, I think with my position, I always try to stay on. I try to err on the side of caution when it comes to challenging flags that maybe should have been called, maybe shouldn't have been called. Because I'm not an expert by any means, so I'm not going to tell a referee that they're wrong unless it's blatant. So after the incompletion, with Hudson Rue being attended to on the sideline, 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers. Kubat will go for the same song, second verse. He's in trouble. Dumps it off to Devaney. Oh, and he gets hit from the left side. A huge hit by Pennsville's number 28, Elias Clark.
Kubat's pass complete to number 1, Stephen Devaney. Tackle number 5, Cole
It's going to be
Campbell.
at the 35. Campbell. I mean, Devaney was hit from all directions there.
2 for Pitman.
Wow.
Spotted about their own 35-yard line.
I mean, I'm not surprised about that. Kubat looking for a sign. Getting ready to go here. 4th and 2. Looking to push it across.
Kubat on the carry.
Kubat with a keeper, and it's enough for a Pitman first down. That's exactly what they wanted right there. They did not want to give up. They did not want to surrender. I thought, 4th and 2, a lot of times in high school, if you watch the Eagles any given Sunday, you see a lot of punts. But, I mean, the tush push as well. But, thing is that with high school, special teams are a lot more barren. There's a lot less of them around.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Tinges gets it to the right side, to the right hash mark, and gets a couple of yards out of it. Nothing too crazy.
Tackle by number 52, Connor Ayers.
But yeah, what you got to remember is that,
like, look, where I come from
Pittman.
Audubon, we have Logan Gilbert, but he is hurt for the rest of the season.
Spotted at the room.
So they have to
39
do
yard
what
line.
everybody else does and have, the secondaries, the linemen, somebody who doesn't want to be a kicker go out there and do it anyway. Somebody who isn't specialized in punting, do it anyway. Now, with Jackson Lino, number 32 for Pennsville, he is actually listed on the roster. He's listed on the roster as a kicker and punter. That's his primary position. So I guess Pennsville lucks out a little bit, but not every team is that lucky. If your punter goes down, you have to go to drastic measures to find somebody else to do it for you. Pitman band plays on to our right. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here, or actually, third and about 8 or 9. Kubat's been in trouble before. He's gotten out of trouble before. We'll see if he can do it again. Tinges in motion to his right. Kubat drops back. Kubat with a flyer. Kostiak makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
Number 5, Kyle Kubat's pass. Complete to number 6, Porter Kostiak, but it's out of bounds.
Kostiak made an incredible play, but just a little bit too far out.
Brings up a 4th down and 9 for Pitman.
And now Ethan Loudner will be out to punt this one away.
38-yard line.
For the Panthers. 7-7, exactly midway through the second quarter. Loudner sends it away, gets a low launch angle. It's going to take a hop off the ground, takes a nice backspin. And Skylar Epps couldn't even get that one to stick. It's going to be Pennsville ball inside their own 30. Vince, we're halfway through the second quarter. It's been a back and forth game. I thought when Pennsville had that 3-drive play that resulted in the touchdown with McDade, they got the scoring out of the way early, but now Pitman has turned up the Jets and they've kind of, they've gotten the wake-up call that they needed to stop the Pennsville defense. What are your thoughts so far?
So far, I see this a lot. The first drive of games are a lot different than how the game is going to turn out. Both sides, offense and defense, have jitters. In this case, Pitman had some jitters, but now it looks like things have leveled out. We'll see what Pennsville can do on this drive.
We'll see what they can do indeed. McDade with a handoff and a double trouble package of Steve Devaney and John Spade.
Number 3, Robert McDade on the carry.
Takes down McDade, the Pennsville QB.
Second down and 11 for Pennsville. Ball spotted at the road, 23-yard line.
McDade takes it himself and hands it off.
Number 3, Robert McDade on the carry. Tackle by number 11,
too far there, and it's going to be 3rd down. Seems like ever since Pitman's defense gave up that first drive touchdown, Pennsville has been a lot quieter. They've still gone for the gutsy plays. They've gone for those long touchdowns. They've gone for all that's good when it comes to trying to get that extra yardage. But right now, Pitman's putting out all the stops. See what they can get here. Pennsville gets a line drive, sinking to the ground and incomplete.
Number 3, Robert McDade's pass. Intended for number 6, Hayden Sherman.
So Hayden Sherman with an incompletion.
Coming out to punt for Pennsville, number 32,
and Lino
Jackson
back out to punt.
Lino.
Well, this is what we call punt palooza right here. Back and forth, punt, punt, punt. You see it all the time where these guys just try to get something going, but they don't have any advantage. That one's going to land at the 47, and it sticks in the ground where that's going to be a Pitman ball on their own territory, but at the 45-ish is where they're going to set up with 4:38 left in quarter number 2. This is an interesting development, just considering that you've seen back-to-back-to-back punts all over. Pennsville basically had that first drive touchdown handed to him, but Pitman had to work for it.
So I think Pennsville, even though this is a tie game at 7-7, I think they've got the upper hand right now, where they have no advantage in terms of score, but they have the advantage in terms of how their defense has been operating and also in terms of how they got that score. Kubat with a handoff to Tinges.
Number 11, Chase Rollins.
Rollins, excuse me.
Tackle by number 61, Jacob Hand.
Jake Hand on the tackle for the for the Eagles. Speaking of the Eagles, don't forget to check out my wonderful friend Vincent Folk. He's got a podcast that he should be resuming now that you got back from your cruise. Eagles Chat. He posted on his YouTube channel. I'll post a link on our social media when we get back home. We always want to help out our friends in their endeavors, and I don't follow the Eagles every week, but he does, and he does an excellent job of breaking down that week's event. Says that one is intended for Tinges, but incomplete.
Number 5, Kyle Kubak.
And a nice rebound by our friend Chris Baker.
Ball's incomplete.
But yeah, there's our buddy Chris Baker over there. Yeah, but yeah, I assume that'll be back this week. Who do we play this Sunday?
This Sunday we got the Miami Dolphins, but the Eagles will be wearing their Kelly Green throwback uniforms.
Third down 11 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the road.
I don't care if this loses me any subscribers. I don't like the Kelly Green. I'll put that on the record. The darker green is much better than the Kelly Green will ever be, in my opinion. But that's not my decision. 3:50 in the second. 3rd and 11. Kubat in desperation sends a line drive pass over the middle, caught by Devaney. Taken from underneath him with Rob McDade on the tackle. Kyle Kubat, he has been legendary on 3rd down conversions in this ball game, and he converts yet another. I think that's at least a 3rd or 4th 3rd down conversion that he's driven across in this game so far. That is excellent. That is excellent.
31-yard line.
Kubat handoff.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Tinges on the carry.
Tackle number 12, Adrian Morgan. 2nd down and 7 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the Pennsville 28-yard line.
.235 left in the half. Pitman driving. Hand off to Tinges. Tinges gets it across.
Tackle by number 1, Sky Epps.
He got taken out from his legs, and that's going to be 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2 for Pitman. Ball spotted on the Pennsville 23-yard line.
Yeah, the 23. Where Pitman will have it. Handoff with a swarm of blue and white. And we're within 2 minutes here in the first half. Campbell on the tackle for the Eagles.
Oh, 4th down, that's why. 3rd down.
So the controversy here is that they're saying that it should have been a 1st down. They're saying it should have been a 1st down when the ball's being spotted a little short, so I think they are going to. I mean, I don't have a great angle of it. It'll be 4th unless. Yeah, no, there's. It's gonna be a little short, so. I don't know what's going on now. This is getting tense out here. To say the least, it's getting tense out here. I mean, wow. But yeah, they're going to try to measure this to see. Well, the problem is I don't know if we didn't pick it up, but they started moving the chains in the wrong direction. They picked up the chains and they moved it. So
timeout for a measurement.
The chains aren't entirely accurate to where it was. It's off by a little bit. And it seems like after that entire debacle, it's going to be a cross in the first place.
Good job.
But from what we saw, one member of the chain crew, he picked up the chain and then he started moving it the other way.
Then you lose your mark.
Yeah, so he lost every single piece of physical evidence he had there. So that's basically irrelevant at that point.
First and 10, Pitman.
But it helped out Pitman by getting the first down.
20-yard line.
So, kind of playing devil's advocate right here. But Kubat looks to drop back to Devaney. Devaney with the catch. Touchdown, Pitman. Steve Devaney on senior night connects to make it 13-7.
Kubat pass. The keeper number 1, Stephen Devaney. Resulting in a touchdown for Pitman.
Well, how about it?
Coming on to attempt
What a
the extra
start.
point for Pitman, number 13, Hudson Rue.
And what a way to capitalize in the winding minutes of the half. Because those guys can get ice cold when you're waiting on that measurement, and also when you've got that kind of controversy going on. Hudson Rue to kick to make it a 7-point ball game. It is up, away, and right through the uprights and into the parking lot. It is good. 14-7 with the Panthers taking a late lead here in 1:28 left in the second quarter here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We'll be right back. There's a good group of fans watching from beyond the fence on that sideline there. But there's a great group of fans right here at Davis Field. There's the view of our left and our right with the backdrop of the Pitman Middle School. Hudson Rue sends it away on a line drive. This might go out of bounds. It's going to stay in. Enough for Raymer.
Number 2, Malik Raymer on the return.
Raymer's still on his feet. And he gets taken down, and Pennsville will have specifically 79 seconds to drive the ball across before the halftime break. Folks, don't forget to stay tuned, as before we return for the second half, we will have our sideline report from the halftime from our wonderful reporter, Chris Baker of D2 Sports Network.
33-yard line.
There he is down there. There's our buddy Chris. Timeout called on the defense. Pitman will take a break, and so will we. 1:19 left in quarter number 2. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout by Pitman. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center, the place to be for the best and healthiest product choices available for your pet. And toys, cages, accessories, and more available. Visit today in person 7 days a week on the 200 block of Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, or visit online anytime. Oh, here's a pick! Ethan Loudner with a pick for the Panthers, and that's going to go the other way.
Number 3, Robert McKay's pass, intercepted by number 51, Ethan Loudner.
So Loudner with the pick. And Pitman, as quickly as they gave up the ball, get it right back with 1:12 left in the first half. As we were saying, visit in person 7 days a week on the 200 block of Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, or visit online anytime at exoticpetsnj.com.
Pennsville, 33-yard line.
I think if I raise enough money, I'm going to get a bearded dragon to put as my companion for these broadcasts, like an emotional support dog, you know. First down for the Panthers. Kubat drops back, lines a pass. That was almost picked off with number 6, Hayden Sherman, in that one.
Number 5, Kyle Kubat's pass. Intended for number 6, Porter Kosiak. Broken up by number 6, Hayden Sherman. Second down and 10 for Pitman.
Don't forget, folks, we will be down 295 tomorrow at Paulsboro High School right on Delaware Street for coverage of the Audubon Green Wave and the Paulsboro Red Raiders in our fan-voted game. They voted for Audubon Paulsboro in a great deal on Saturday, just like fans voted for Pennsville Pitman for the Friday game. I'm going to get too far on that one. QB keeper. Now 52 seconds and counting on the clock.
Timeout!
No timeout, though.
Third down and 7 for Pitman. Ball spotted.
Remember, time management
30-yard line.
is not universal. Kubat makes a pass to Tinges. It's caught. Tinges keeps running, and he is down. But I think that's still going to be short, and now they stop the clock with 29-8.
Completed number 4, Trey Tinges.
Timeout called by Pitman. They use their second of 3. Again, don't forget, we'll be talking with Chris Baker at the halftime show on the sideline, on the field. But Vince, your thoughts so far?
I mean, right now I'm looking at a Pitman team that never went away. They got hit in the gut at the very beginning of the game, but you look.
They got it out of the way.
Well, they got it out of the way, and I mean, right now you're looking at Pennsville. Nothing has really been happening since. They've been doing their pass game hasn't been on. They've had receivers in the area,
right,
but the passes have not been able to connect. I don't know how many times so far I've seen passes hit the ground right before the receiver. So they've been there. You know, the passes have been there, but Pennsville really can't. You know, they haven't been completing them. And right now, with Pitman, the situation they're in, they just got to pick, and they're about ready to try to make this another 2-score game to really get on top and to really get good momentum going to halftime, which is something very good to have.
And I was going to say, whether it's a 14-7 game or 21-7, it's going to give Pennsville a lot to talk about in the locker room. Speaking of, sliding catch, but I think it went out.
Number 5, Kyle Kubat's pass, intended for number 1, Stephen Devaney.
What is that?
Hold on now. I think that was a late shove on that one.
Yes.
So with now 23.3 after the incompletion, things got a little bit chippy on the O-line and on the D-line.
Pitman, ball spotted at the Pennsville 20-yard line.
At the 20. Kubat in the shotgun. 2 to his right.
Run!
He's got room. Flag on the play. I think he caught it, but I think he's out. But there's a flag on the play. That, you know what? That's the first flag of the game.
Kubat pass, intended for number 2, Adrian Platt. Out of bounds.
We'll see what the ref says here. There was a flag on the far sideline. Let's take a look. Holding on the, hold on. Defensive holding. Wow.
Penalties holding against Pennsville.
Wow. Usually on those kind of plays, you see offensive holding 9 times out of 10, but in that case, the defense got the snake bite, and that is going to set up with 13.6 on the clock. A penultimate play for the Panthers here before the end of the first half.
Let's go, Pitman, let's go!
Ball spotted just inside the 10-yard line.
Kubat lets it go towards the middle on a low flying pass to Devaney. I don't know if he caught that one or not. Clock's going to stop with 7.3.
I think he caught it. Because if he didn't catch it, there would be the clock would stop anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete. There you go.
Okay. I thought they called it.
There you go. Confirmation there. You just couldn't tell from where he was on the ground.
Second down and goal for Pitman.
And we're being swarmed right now, so it's a little bit hard to
10-yard line.
a little bit hard to see, but I'm kind of trapped in here. Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Second and goal from the 10. Kubat rolls to his left, gets a pass on the run, and it's caught with 1.2 on the clock. Pittman gets a third of the night. Kubat to Trey Tinges, a trio of touchdowns to a trio of receivers. Devaney, now Tinges on that one. Kostiak got the first, and it's going to be 20-7 with a big PAT coming up.
Kuba, you got 6 seconds and run.
Hudson Rue to send this one away for the PAT. It's up, away, and he's 3 for 3 on the night. Pittman has a sizable lead here as we close out the first half. Still time for one more play. 1.2 seconds on the clock. You don't get any shorter than that. It's a fraction of a second almost. A full second and a chunk of change. We'll keep it here, 21-7. But now that Pittman's got its third touchdown, Pennsville, I thought they would set the tone early, but Pittman is now setting the tone. They took that 1-3-play drive that got Pennsville on the board in the first 2 minutes of the game, and now they're taking that momentum and they're flipping it the other way, which I didn't think was going to happen. I had Pittman winning this game. We didn't do Tom and D's game picks for this one. We will have them tomorrow just because of the time constraints that we had. But, as we were looking at these two teams, they've had their bad losses, and they've had their good wins. They've had a little bit of everything in between. This team has seen, both of these teams have seen everything in the kitchen sink. So we're going to have 1 second left for one play. If it doesn't go anywhere, then we go to the break 21-7. But this kickoff is going to do it. Keeps it a squib, but that's going to go out. Chris Thomas picks it up.
Now you got one play.
Penalty on the play. Kick one out of bounds.
So they're going to line that one up again. We saw it the last time with Pitman as well, where they tried to kick it inbounds on the squib kick. They tried. Remember, they tried it three times, went out of bounds all 3 times, and maybe the third time they barely kept it in play. But that had some controversy as well. So now they're going to get knocked back to their own. Excuse me, it's going to be at the 50. This is something here. Well, Pitman is going to take advantage of that last second. They're going to halt the pizza line a little bit more. They're going to delay it, and we'll take a actually, no, we're going to stay on. 1.2 seconds left. Yeah, there's no need for a break with 1.2 seconds and a half because we're going to have a 10-minute break coming up shortly. But just a reminder, this broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Center, the place to be for wholesale kitchen cabinets and countertops and heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. Visit today in their second in-person location on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar, next to 42 on-ramp. Address is 612 Creek Road. Brad or Alex Winkler will be able to help you out. They are wonderful folks. Big thanks to them for giving us the sponsorship for this fall and winter season. Can't believe the fall season's almost already over, but here we are. Now Pennsville with the ball. 1 second left. And incomplete in double coverage. So a bit of an anticlimactic end to the first half, but that will do it regardless. At the end of 2 quarters, it is 21-7 in favor of the Panthers. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our sideline report from Chris Baker. I'm Dan Wilkins with Vincent Folkt. We'll be right back. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp.
DJK Roofing is an American-owned company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrived. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
1 half down, 1 half to go here from Pitman. We are in an unusual spectacle. We are one with the fans tonight. You know, when we tried setting up in the second floor, didn't really have the space. Tried setting up in the on the roof, was told we wouldn't have space. Tried setting up in the ticket booth in the first floor, didn't have space. I'm actually kind of glad we're out here.
Yeah.
It's a different feel. You know, we did it one time with Del Ram, but that was a little bit more subdued because we were in the back. We are front and center. We've got people in front of us. We've got people behind us. We've got people to both sides. Yeah. But let's ignore that. Let's talk about the game right now. 21-7 Pitman. They have had 3 passing touchdowns so far with Kyle Kubat letting it fly in that red zone. He has been incredibly efficient. 3 touchdowns to Trey Tinges, Steve Devaney, and Porter Kostiak as well. 3 seniors that are getting touchdowns on senior night. Your thoughts so far on how Pitman has been able to break away and make this a 2-score game right at the final moments of the first half?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, I mean, what's going on with Pitman right now is it was basically, you know, at the beginning of the game, it was, you know, it was they got shot. It was basically like getting shot.
Yeah,
you know,
basically.
That drive by the Eagles really going down there and, you know, scoring it. It looked like, okay, we got all the momentum. We're going to keep going. But then they kind of slowed down. And I feel like the Pitman defense really warmed up to them, especially since the passes from the Eagles have not been that great. I have to say that. They have not been that great.
They've either been a little bit wide or a little bit short, but that's what this wet grass is going to do. It's going to mess you up a little.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, you're looking at them right now. The Eagles' main thing right now is to calm down. I mean, I really think that they're way too jumpy. I mean, right now, every time the quarterback's getting pressured, and he's getting pressured into making decisions. Everything is last minute. So I think the main thing is they need to calm down and reset themselves. Pitman right now is coming into this, you know, they're still, you know, up there. They're still very hungry. And, I mean, that's how they've looked all game, except after that one drive by the Eagles. Pitman has been very hungry. They've been clearly the more dominant team, especially in terms of defense. Now, others can say, hey, the Eagles were looking pretty good. You know, they were had a great pass. They were, you know, starting to prove themselves good. But then a pick happens, and then all of a sudden Pitman was right on the doorstep again. And, hey, they got another score right there. So, I mean, right now I got to give kudos to Pitman. They were playing a great game.
Yeah, I mean, Vince, you know, I wouldn't say that they're jumpy because it was one flag all half. And maybe this is something that, you know, it should be more of a talking point than it is. The fact that there was only one flag in the half, and it was a defensive holding call in the final moments of the first half. So, you know, what's important for these guys is that they're keeping the game clean. They are reducing there's no false starts. There's no, you know, there's no kind of, you know, out of whack penalties that would make the game weird. It would make the game, you know, a little bit chippy. And yes, the game has been chippy, but I'd argue that with how these two teams are playing right now, you know, this is just a flat out head-to-head football game. They're playing it the right way. They're not playing in a disrespectful manner. They're playing exactly how it should be, and that's exactly what you want. Now, when we're talking about the actual game elements itself, I'd say Pitman's been getting pressured a lot. Pennsville's got a good O-line, which turns into a good D-line. Yeah. They've been able to pressure Kyle Kubat while also protecting their own, which is something that NFL teams don't have the luxury of having because they have specialized guys for each position. But here, these guys play both sides of the ball. When you're on that front line, you're playing both defense and offense unless you're in a giant school with 2,000 kids and like 80 on your football roster. So these guys are making a good offensive line into a good defensive line, not only pressuring Kyle Kubat, but also protecting McDade as well, and we'll see how that turns out in the second half. We'll turn it around now, back to the action here from Davis Field at the Pitman Middle School. Here, home of the Panthers, it's 21-7 after 24. We've still got a full half to play here in the West Jersey Football League and the Royal Division.
Number 1, Scott, yeah.
Let's go, boys! Go, D! Let's go,
Pitman will send this one away.
God, can't let up here, buddy. Keep the pressure on.
I had already set this up. It was really just like the youngest and then where's my...
Sent away almost one-handed, but it's picked up by number 12, Adrian Morgan. And it'll be taken down, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles.
Number 12, Adrian
Pennsville
Morgan,
will
return.
set up shop
Tackle number 2, Adriana Platt.
from their own, I think, 25. Somewhere, yeah, right around the 25. That was a complete shot in the dark, and I got it right, so that's good.
1st and 10, Pennsville. Ball spotted at the room.
21-7 in favor of the
25-yard line.
Panthers here in quarter number 3. Here comes a handoff up the middle.
Number 1, Sky Epps in the carry.
Epps finally whistles blown, and it'll be second down for the Eagles. If you're just tuning in, Pennsville got their first TD
Tackle number 3,
just
Connor
3
Maroon.
plays into the game. A big passing play by Robert McDade set up the easy touchdown for the Eagles from McDade on the QB keeper, but Pitman stormed back. They had 3 touchdowns of their own, 3 passing touchdowns from Kyle Kubat, including each to 3 different seniors, Porter Kostiak, Stephen Devaney, and Trey Tinges on that one as well. So it has been an active offense, especially in the passing game for the Panthers here in the first half, and they look to continue that into half number 2. Getting it across the middle.
Robert McDade on the carry.
That's going to be enough. With
Tackle
McDade
number
on the
11, Chase
keeper, it's going to
Rollins.
be enough for a Pennsville first down.
First and 10, Pennsville. Ball spotted at their own 36-yard line.
This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call at 856-412-0118. Keeper McDade, and Pittman's going to get on top of that. Ball's going to be loose. It's going to be second down, so Pennsville will hang on to it.
Number 3, Robert McDade on the carry. Tackle number 56, Dominic Sapiotti. Second down, 11 for Pennsville. Ball spotted at their own 35-yard line.
McDade drops back. He's going to let this one air out in triple coverage, picked off. Pittman with the pick. It's going to go the other way. Porter Kostiak.
Intercepted by number 6, Porter Kostiak.
So not only does he have a touchdown, he's got an interception to his name, and Pittman's going to take over here. First down from their own 30, it looks like.
First and 10, Pittman. Ball spotted at their own 30-yard line.
Pittman after the pick, looking to capitalize. Handoff up the middle, getting tripped up is Rollins, and he stays vigilant on his feet, and it'll be second down. That could have been a breakaway if it weren't for the Green Monster. And we're not talking about Fenway, we're talking about that right there. And remember, it rained this morning, it rained a little bit this afternoon as well. But with how the grass is, I mean, you could just see if we zoom out here, you can see the mud that's on the Pitman sideline. And yes, a lot of that's from foot traffic, but you can see a lot of that on the field as well. So it makes it almost like an ice rink depending on where you're going to be for a lot of these guys. Kubat with the handoff to the right side by Rollins. Tinges. He's going to get that one across at the 50-yard line for a Pitman first down.
Tackle by number 1, Sky Epps.
Well, if Pitman can keep the momentum going, then the train's just going to keep blowing right past the station because these guys are working hard. They're getting right back into it. And what you need in this situation is, to be efficient. And that's exactly what they have. They're being efficient. They're not wasting too much time. They're doing exactly what they need to do, and they're driving the ball in the meantime. So that's exactly what these guys are looking for right here, and that's exactly what they're getting. Oh, hold on. We got a flag, our second flag of the entire game, and it's going to be a false start on Pitman.
Penalty on the play is false start against Pitman.
Come on, boys.
I'm just trying to think because, what we think about when we have penalty-heavy games, this has been the opposite. 9 times out of 10, you usually see at least a half dozen penalties before the half. This game's been going
like a breeze. Kubat with the handoff to Rollins. He gets leveled up the middle for about 3 yards. It'll be second down.
Tackle by number 3, Robert McDade. Second down and 8. Ball spotted at the Pennsville 48-yard line.
Going to be second and 8 from the Pennsville 48. Kubat drops back, lets it fly deep. Did he catch that? No way! Hudson Rue with the catch and the celebration to boot.
13, Hudson Rue.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Pitman Air Flight 13. Destination, the red zone for the Pitman Panthers.
First and 10.
It's a gutsy move, but they've
12-yard line.
I got to give it to them. They've made the deep ball work. They've just been getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and that's exactly what they need. Unbelievable. It's going to be first and 10. It's the handoff to the left.
Tinges on the carry.
Tinges. He'll be taken down.
Tackle by number 5, Cole Campbell. Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
On the carry. That was a good stop there by Pennsville. That's exactly what they needed, too. Especially considering that Pitman's had all the momentum ever since, about halfway through the first quarter. They've been in the driver's seat. And now Pennsville's trying to wake up again after that break. About halfway through the third quarter, though, 6:15 on our clock.
Ball spotted on the 9-yard line.
Rollins, handoff.
Number 11, Chase Rollins on the carry.
Trying to break through. Where is this going to land? I think it's going to be short.
Tackle by number 2, Malik Rammer.
Yeah, it's going to be short, but they're going to be again on the doorstep of a touchdown here for the Panthers. Oh, they're going to hurry up here. They're going to try to force this one across. They're going to try to push.
On the carry.
Yeah, no, I'll be short. Second and goal.
Second down and goal.
From the 3.
About the 1-yard line.
Actually, no, yeah, 1-yard line. As close as you can get, 3 feet from the end zone. Kubat, handoff. Tinges finds a gap, and he's got a second touchdown of the night. Oh, hold on, no, we got a flag. We have a flag.
Penalty on the play.
So hold that touchdown right there. It's going to be, 5 men in the backfield.
Penalty is illegal formation against Pitman.
That will take away the touchdown, and we will remain 21-7 for now. With great scoring comes great penalties, and that's exactly what we have right there. Marone getting subbed out, coming in, Adriano Platt.
Second and goal, Pitman.
And no, there was no timeout.
6-yard line.
Now they roll the clock. Kuba getting ready to go again. After the penalty, handoff to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges.
He's got a spot near the pylon. He's still up, and now the whistle will be blown, and he's inbounds. Well, if Pennsville can make the stop here.
Back number 52, Connor Ayers.
We have an injured player, yeah, on the far sideline. I believe it's that's a Pitman player. 4:25 left in the third. That is Chase Rollins, number 11, looking at the helmet. Yeah, that is, assuming that what I saw was correct, that is Chase Rollins looking at the helmet there. He is down on the far sideline. Assistant coach out there, athletic trainer Jennifer Smith down there as well. He'll get up under his own power, and luckily he is okay. We've had a couple of injury timeouts in this one for Pitman. But this is a big spot for Pennsville. You're without Rollins for at least one play, and not only that,
third down and goal for Pitman.
But that penalty and the stop have made this a tough situation for all parties. See what they can get here. Kubat in the shotgun. Runner in motion. Here comes the handoff to the left side from 25, and it is good. Chris Wiley gets the fourth touchdown of the day for the Panthers, and the first one
touchdown,
not of the passing variety, and it's going to be 27-7.
Once again, that's number 25, Chris Wiley, on the touchdown run for Pitman.
Pitman up handily here in the third.
Coming out to attempt the extra point for Pitman, number 13, Hudson Rue.
So Hudson Rue gets ready to go for the Panthers. Kostiak holding. It is up away, and make that 4 for 4 into the parking lot for Hudson Rue, and it's going to be 28-7 for the Panthers. We're going to take a quick break. 4 minutes exactly left in the third. We'll be right back.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
To receive for Pennsville, number 2.
Pitman extends their lead to 28-7. Hudson Rue 4 for 4 on the extra points. And Pitman will send this one away. Hudson Rue out there gets the run and start, and he's got it. Gets a low flyer. That one, they're going to wait for it to go out of bounds. It does not. Stays in play enough.
Malik Raymer on the return.
This is going to be trouble. He's down, and there's a flag on the tackle and a late flag. As maybe the Magic.
Number 25, Chris Riley.
3 flags from 3 directions. I think that's a Mortal Kombat combo breaker right there. We'll see what the White Cab has to say about it. Illegal block on Pennsville.
Penalty is illegal block in the back against Pennsville.
Well, apparently 3 refs saw the same thing, because I saw flags coming in from everywhere. I thought maybe something, maybe the magic word was said, if you will, but it was not. And Pennsville is going to be in trouble.
1st and 10 Pennsville, ball spotted at their own.
Of course,
9-yard
attention
line.
is a little divided here in this game because Phillies NLCS Game 4 started about a half hour ago, so I am still in the dark. But Pennsville with McDade going to drop back. He might be in trouble. It's caught by Epps. And down near the chain crew on the far sideline, he's taken out of bounds.
Number 3, Robert McDade's pass, complete to number 1, Sky Epps. Tackle number 3, Tyler Maroon.
So Pennsville will have second down here. And hold on.
Penalty on the play.
Offsides on the defense.
Penalty is encroachment.
So what we were talking about one flag in the first half. I speak of the devil, you know. There's been a flag almost every other play in this third quarter.
1st and 10 Pennsville, ball spotted at their own 20-yard line.
28-7 Pitman, just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Number
McDade
3,
with
Robert
a keeper.
McDade on the carry.
And he's going to get a lot of progress for a herd of defense around him.
He is tackled by a host of Pitman Panthers. Second down and 1 for Pennsville.
It's going to be second and short
Ball
for
spot
the
at their own
Eagles.
29-yard line.
Yeah, there's
Number
going
1,
to
Sky
be
Epps on the carry.
a carry by Epps. Epps had to be brought back up from his feet, and we'll see where they put this. It'll be enough for a Pennsville first down.
Tackle by number 54, Sean Powell.
I mean, no matter how many times Pennsville gets knocked down, they are not giving up. They are
1st and 10 Pennsville.
getting right
ball
back
spot
into
at
the
their own
ladder
30-yard line.
here with 14 minutes left in the game.
Number 3, Robert McDade on the carry. Tackle by number 11, Chase Rollins.
And for the Phillies score 0-0 bottom of the second. Shades of yesterday's game, which doesn't bear well, but
Second down,
I don't want to know
Pennsville,
until the
ball
game's
spot at their
over.
own
It's too much
30-yard line.
anxiety being a Phillies fan. Under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Any Philly sport, yeah. Fake handoff
Number 3, Robert
from
McDade on the carry.
McDade.
Tackle by number 56, Dominic Safioti. Third down and 8 for Pennsville.
3rd and 8 for Pennsville. Under 90 seconds left in the quarter, McDade with a pass caught on the far sideline by Raymer. And down at the far sideline near the Pennsville horde of blue and white. That is going to be enough. Maybe? No, it's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 1.
Number 3,
How about
Robert
it?
McDade's pass, complete to number 2, Malik
How
Raymer.
about that?
Tackle by number 25, Chris Wiley. 4th down
4th and
short for
1.
Pennsville.
McDade looking for a signal. Gets back into it. 45 seconds and counting left in the quarter. Low snap. Here comes the rush by
Robert
McDade.
McDade
Going to
on
be
the carry.
enough. And then some. He's still on his feet. Breaking away to the far sideline. Who's going to get him? He slides out of bounds in the Pennsville
Pushed out
red
of bounds, number 1,
zone
Steven
inside
DeBandy.
the Pennsville 10. And how about that for a huge play for the Eagles? And it's going to be a first down. If you're going to get back in the game, those are the kind of plays that set you right in the motion. With 32.2 left in the third quarter. Man. That's something right there. That is something. Hold on. Timeout called by Pitman. They use their first of the half. We'll take a quick break. 32.2 left in quarter number 3. Pitman leads handily by 21.
Fifteen-yard line.
Third quarter, 30 seconds left in the third. Handoff up the middle, breaking away is Epps.
Tackle number 4, Trey Tinges.
And that's going to be short by a couple of yards. I don't know. Well, they're going to play up tempo. They're going to get one more play in with 12 seconds left. McDade with a keeper. Gets level. And they're going to let that one run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. That will end the third. And with 1 quarter to play, Pitman, they're not out of the woods yet, but right now they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's hope for Pennsville, or let's see if Pennsville can get back on the board. We go to the fourth, 28-7 in favor of the Panthers. We'll be right back. Pennsville on the doorstep, 12 minutes to play, 28-7 in favor of the home side, Pitman Panthers. From the 2, McDade with a keeper and a waltz into the end zone, touchdown Pennsville.
Touchdown Pennsville.
I told you it's not over yet. It's 28-14.
Robert McDade on the touchdown run for Pennsville.
So McDade with the TD run. He's got 2 of them tonight. Both of Pennsville's touchdowns have been on the QB keeper. And Pennsville closes that gap a little bit more, and it's 28-13 on the first play of the fourth. I had a feeling if they didn't get it by the end of the quarter, they would have gotten it soon enough. You could see cracks starting to show in the Pitman defense, but Jackson Lino is going to send this one away. And he's going to be 2 for 2 as that one goes into the parking lot. 28-14, Pennsville down by 14. It's going to be an interesting last 11 minutes and 53 seconds for both teams because Pitman cannot get complacent here. You know, you keep all the starters in, you keep everything going. Kyle Kubat's been a really efficient quarterback tonight. He's had an incredibly smooth mix of rushing and passing. He's had 3 of his 4 touchdowns tonight come off the pass. So he's been an efficient QB. But I think that Pitman's glaring flaw is the defense. They've been leaving Pennsville with way too much leeway. And I think that Pennsville has arguably done the same for Pitman. So this has been a game where the offense reigns supreme, even if the score doesn't exactly show it. But right now, where these guys are at, where these guys are playing right now, it's going to make an interesting combination to see who is going to be the clear front runner by the end of the day. Friday Night Lights, our last Friday Night Lights game of the year. I can't believe it. Unless we do any playoff games, but I mean, yeah, this is a
Pennsville, number 32, Jackson Lano.
This is like our swan song.
Deep receiver Pitman, number 4.
Sent away, look out. And Kubat caught the ball.
Out of bounds.
Does that count as a reception for Kubat? Yeah, I mean, well, he didn't have 2 feet in bounds. That's the problem. No, but that's going to be a kick out of bounds, and Pitman is going to set up shop from the 50.
Hey, let's win it up front. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, no, this is, I mean, I guess they tried to get the squib kick to work, but that was just such a weird angle to kick it from that it just ended up having the opposite. Yeah. They tried to go for a target out there.
Ball spotted at the Pennsville 47-yard line.
By the way, our partner network, HSG Network, is doing coverage of the Westfield Blue Devils and the Hillsborough Raiders on HSG Network right now. So if you want to split screen this game or something like that, but some North Jersey football going on for them as they close out the regular season. Here's a handoff to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
Big take down there.
Tackle by number 5, Cole Campbell.
Campbell on the tackle for Pennsville.
2nd down and 7 for Pitman.
So Pitman with a gain of about 3 yards on that play.
44-yard line.
Pitman, if they hang on to this one, they win their 3rd game of the year. They go to 3-4 on the season. And Pennsville would go to 4-4 on the campaign. Handoff to Tinges.
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
And a couple late tackles in the back. Taken down by number 78, Daniel Solon.
Tackle by number 30.
Also number
Perry
30,
Morante.
Perry Morante. A host of Pennsville Eagles, we'll say. And that's going to be 3rd down and very long.
3rd down and 7 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the
not that
Pennsville
long. Not that long.
44-yard line.
3rd and 7. But it's been long for Pitman tonight. But long odds. They've converted a lot of 3rd down conversions. So we will see what they can do here. Kubat drops back, in trouble. He's going to be ahead of the line of scrimmage. He's going to get enough, I think, for a 1st down, and now a late flag.
Penalty on the play.
Yeah, I think I know where that one's going. Looking for the white cap here. Here we go. Oh, they're going to wave off the flag.
No penalty. Pitman's going to have a 1st and 10.
Wow.
Ball spotted at the Pennsville 34-yard line.
You know we have him slide there.
So the controversy being that there was a late hit after the whistle, but they waved off the flag. Kubat with the handoff.
11, Chase
Not
Rollins
going to get too far on that one. Rollins gets stopped.
Tackle number 5, Cole Campbell.
So it's going to be second down and probably about 11 or 12 here for the Panthers.
Ball spotted at the Pennsville 34-yard line.
But where Pitman's at right now, they're 14 yards out of the red zone, 34 out of the end zone. And what's important is that if Pitman wants to put this game away, they've got to score. I know it sounds like a no-brainer, but they can't. I think if it's 4th and 2 and you're going to bring out the punt team, I don't like that, Kubat passes way back. Caught! Unbelievable! Oh, man! Porter Kostiak!
Complete to number 6, Porter Kostiak.
Talk about getting the job done. And that's going to move the ball up deep into the red zone and again on the doorstep of a touchdown. And hold on here. We have a timeout call. No. Hold on here. Time was called because the Pitman student section, I think, had a noisemaker. Well, I'm glad they actually did something about that because that runs rampant at a lot of the games that we cover and nobody actually does anything about it. So I'm glad they actually put the foot down and put a stop to that. Because you got to respect the letter of the law, Tinges with the handoff. Does he have his 3rd touchdown of the day?
Tinges on the carry.
Or excuse me, his 2nd. Kostiak has 2.
Tackle by number 5, Cole Campbell.
Yeah, not often do you see a timeout for a berating of the student section. But
2nd down and goal for Pitman.
Hey, if you got to put them in line, you got to put them in line. That's what you got to do.
Ball spotted
Under
at
8
the
minutes
Pennsville
left in regulation,
5-yard
28-14 Pitman. Remember, the last time we were here, Riverside won 30-21 in their first win over the program in 9 years, and there's going to be a touchdown over the middle. Steve Devaney with his 2nd touchdown of the night on senior night, and that extends the lead for the Panthers. It's 34-14.
The touchdown for Pitman. Going out to attempt the extra point for Pitman, number 13, Hudson Rue.
So Rue to send it away. I think this is his first extra point from that side all night. Yeah. Headed towards the school. Hudson Rue, 5 for 5.
Extra point is good.
He's been excellent with the boot tonight. We'll take a quick break. 7:35 left in regulation. 35-14. Pitman over Pennsville. We'll make that an even 5 for 5 on PATs tonight for Hudson Rue. And Pitman's going to send this one away with 7:35 left in regulation. It's been a good one here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Here comes the boot. You can tell that's a soccer kick right there.
Number 1, Sky Epps on the return.
Epps on the return. He breaks free. He's past the 50. And he's taken down well into Pitman territory, but hold on, there is a flag. And with great yardage comes great penalties.
Tackle by number 9, Blaine Ackerman.
We get block in the back on Pennsville.
Penalty on the play.
So that advantage is a little bit subdued, and well, it's actually a lot subdued because they're going to be way back
against Pennsville.
I mean, they were up past the 40 when Epps got taken down, but no good on that one.
First and 10 Pennsville, ball spotted at their own 32-yard line.
McDade with a completion up the middle to number 5, Cole Campbell, or excuse me, number 9, Tyree Young.
Number 3, Robert McDade's pass, complete to number 9, Tyree Young. Tackle number 6, Porter Kostiak.
Kostiak on the tackle.
First and 10 Pennsville,
they're going to play
at their own 43-yard line.
Tempo, McDade again, lines a pass. It's caught to number 6, Hayden Sherman. He breaks free, and now he gets out of bounds.
Number 3, Robert McDade's pass, complete to number 6, Hayden Sherman. Pushed out of bounds on number 13, Hudson Rue. First and 10 Pennsville, ball spotted at the Pitman 37-yard line.
McDade with a pass. Oh, it's incomplete on the far sideline. Well, the Magic could only run for so long, but that also stops the clock as well. So 7:02, pass intended for Young.
Second down and 10 for Pennsville.
7:02 left in regulation. You're watching coverage of the West Jersey Football League in the Royal Division. Here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Timeout called by Pitman. They use their second of the day, or excuse me, second of the half. We will take a quick break. Just over 7 minutes here in the fourth. We are one with the crowd tonight here in Pitman. 35-14. 7:02 here in the fourth with Vincent Vogt at the Pitman Middle School, Davis Field. McDade goes back to pass. It's a deep one. I think that was just picked off. And it will be.
Robert McDade pass intercepted
picked off by Adriano Platt. And Pitman's defense waking up here midway through the fourth, and Pennsville's gutsy plays have finally let the Magic dust run out. And Pitman is now just a couple of first downs away from putting the game on ice. And don't forget, we still have over 6.5 minutes left in the fourth, but when you're up by 35-14, you need a time-consuming drive.
First and 10, Pitman, ball
That's exactly what they're going to go
5-yard line.
Time consumption, right here. And deep in their own territory.
Number 11, Chase Rollins on the carry.
I know up 35-14, you don't want to pass the ball too much because you don't want to run up the score, but at the same time, you're at your own 5-yard line. I'd say it's pretty reasonable that you don't want to get a safety.
I don't know why that was my choice.
Kubat again, second and about 8. Handoff down the near sideline. And
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
So Tinges on the carry there for the Panthers.
Tackle number 1, Sky Epps. Third down and 5 for Pitman. Ball spotted at their own 10-yard line.
Third down for the Panthers. Deep in their own territory. Let's see if they can get out of it. Tries to keep her, gets
Number 4, Trey Tinges on the carry.
It's going to be enough for a Pitman first down.
Tackle
And like
number
we said,
52,
in that one
Connor
sequence
Ayers.
where it was first, second, third, and then first down again, they've already used up a minute. They're already at 5 minutes left in the quarter and in regulation. It just seems that Pennsville, remember, the last time that Pennsville and Pitman played before last year, before the division realignment, was 2015. And Pennsville had won that series 4 out of the last 5 times. Pitman won in 2022, but it wasn't like this. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm right, yeah, it was 14-7. Pitman over Pennsville last year. So this is a much more dominant performance by Pitman.
Number 11, Chase Rollins on the carry.
Chase Rollins with the carry. And Vince, if we're going to talk player of the game,
Tackle by number 11, Hunter Hiles.
I think player of the game candidate easily is Kyle Kubat. Not just because of the 5 touchdowns, but because that 3 of them in the first half were all passing touchdowns. And 4 out of the 5 total have been passing. 2 to Stephen Devaney, 2 to Porter Kostiak, and then a rushing touchdown. Passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown for Kostiak, but then also a passing touchdown to Trey Tinges as well. So Kyle Kubat isn't a player of the game just because he's a quarterback. He's a player of the game because he's an incredibly efficient quarterback as well. Under 4 minutes left in the
Number 11, Chase Rollins on the carry.
Yeah, they're trying to put the game on ice. But this was almost a perfect time for them to get the ball deep in their own end zone because they can kind of crawl across the field and take as much time off the clock as possible. Like we said, they started this drive with over 6.5 minutes left. Now they're down to 3:35 and counting. So, this makes for a, kind of a slowly but surely snail's race to the end. So they're gonna, kind of waltz, putz around a bit until they can get it going. Like they're running it down to 5, 4, maybe 3 seconds left. Kubat.
Number 5, Kyle Kubat on the
gets
carry.
a rush to the right.
Tackle by number 1, Sky Epps.
So Epps on the tackle for the Eagles.
Third down and 10 for Pitman.
Pennsville would fall to 4-4. Pitman would improve to 3-4. Pitman does have a crossover game scheduled on November the 2nd versus Lindenwold, which is an 0-7 team this year. And they have their 98th annual Thanksgiving clash against the Clayton Clippers on November 23rd this year. Kubat with the keeper on third down.
Kubat on the carry.
He gets taken down well short of a first.
Tackle by number 5, Cole Campbell.
And now just over 2 minutes left in the fourth. They are going to, it looks like...
Fourth down and 3 for Pitman. Ball spotted at the room.
Yeah, Loudner's at the right guard, so they are going to go for it on 4th and 3. And they're going to jump. Wow. Well, that puts the game on ice right there.
Offsides against Pennsville.
So they didn't even need to punt the ball because they had the first down for him.
First and 10, Pitman, ball spotted at their own 43-yard line.
First and 10 for the Panthers, 1:27 and counting here in the fourth quarter. They are winding down the time. Here comes a handoff, gets taken down.
11 Chase Rollins on the carry.
Rollins taken down, and now a minute left in the ball game. Guess it's time to stretch those muscles
12,
and get ready
Morgan.
for tomorrow's challenge. Don't forget, we have the Mid-Atlantic Fright Night Tournament at in Lock Ave, the Lock Ave Fields for the 13U.
13 for Pitman.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be there from the end of the Paulsboro game all the way until the end of the night, as some Pitman folks leaving in mass exodus here on senior night. About 40 seconds left on the clock. Pitman up 35-14 over the Pennsville Eagles. They were down early, but fought back and never relinquished the lead. And they're not even using any of the timeouts. They're going to let this one roll.
Number 61, Jacob Hand.
Chase Rollins getting the crowd ready, and that should do it. You could see a little bit of sarcastic words at the end there. But there you go. That'll do it. And Pitman wins their second in a row over Pennsville with the final. Pennsville 14, Pitman 35. They improved to 3-4 on the campaign. Pennsville falls to 4-4. And what a game this was for Kyle Kubat. 5 touchdowns on the night, 2 rushing, 3 passing. He was the everyman's quarterback, basically. He was throwing to everybody in sight. Gave 2 touchdowns to Porter Kostiak, gave 2 to Stephen Devaney, and that's why he's the player of the game tonight. Kyle Kubat was just an efficient quarterback. He did everything that was asked of him, and even in the face of pressure, because he was being pressured a lot. Pennsville's D-line, which also was a good O-line, they got to him. They made him pressure. They made him scramble. Well, that's not a problem because Kyle Kubat's also a good mobile quarterback as well. So these guys were running great plays. They were being efficient out there, and that's what matters, is that they took the lead, they never looked back, and they didn't run up the score. It wasn't 54-14 or 57-19 like we've seen earlier this year, and Pitman's excited. They love this. This is a small school. They won on senior night. They won handily on senior night, and now we focus on the last regular season game of the year tomorrow afternoon. We'll bring this one back just to me for a quick sec here as we get ready to wrap up the ball game and our festivities tonight. Let's see here. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, Vince, move that camera down for me. You can see my head. All right, so in our grandstand game, you know, you can go around. You're not bothering anybody. I got plenty of room, but you know, we had plenty of fun. It was almost like a happy accident where we were supposed to set up on the roof, then we were supposed to set up on the second floor, then we were supposed to set up next to the ticket booth. But we ended up in the first row of the stands instead, and I couldn't have had more fun. So thank you to everybody. Big thanks to John Hopley and Grant Shivers for working with us and having us out for another football game. For our Pitman faithful, if you don't want to get up at 11 a.m. on a Thursday, we'll be in Clayton for the Thanksgiving game. That will be our 3rd Pitman broadcast of the year. We did the Riverside game on the 22nd, and we did this one tonight. So if you want to get your turkey ready, and if you want to stay at home, turn on the TV, load up your cell phones, and watch Pitman Clayton for Thanksgiving. For all of our other viewers, we have another broadcast at 12:30 tomorrow between the Audubon Green Wave and the Paulsboro Red Raiders in more West Jersey Football League action. And after that, we'll be headed down to Logan Township for coverage of the Mid-Atlantic Fright Night Tournament for 13U baseball. Big thanks to Damon Suriani for having us out. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, my social media coordinator, Anthony DePalma, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan. Along with that, my wonderful producer, Vincent Folk, for coming out on a Friday night after coming back from Bermuda a couple days ago. You know, you could have stayed in Bermuda for all you wanted, you know. Would have gotten a little tanner. But that's all for us. I'm Dan Wilkins. Have a good night. Have a wonderful weekend. Final score, Pitman 35, Pennsville 14 from Davis Field. Good night.